You woke up this morning and your nose was blocked again. Maybe one nostril, maybe both, just like yesterday, just like last week. You reached for the nasal spray you keep on the nightstand, the same one you have been using for months now, thinking it helps. But a major study from one of the world's leading medical universities revealed that this exact habit might be the reason your nose never clears. For decades, we have been told that a blocked nose is just part of getting older, or that it is simply allergies you have to live with. Doctors often brush it off with a quick prescription and send you home without explaining what is really happening inside your nose. Most people over 55 believe their chronic congestion is something they just have to accept, a normal part of aging they cannot change. But recent research published in leading medical journals has shown that this belief is not only wrong, it is keeping millions of people trapped. Researchers studying thousands of older adults discovered that more than 60% of chronic nasal blockage cases have nothing to do with allergies. The real causes are specific, identifiable, and in most cases completely treatable once you know what you're actually dealing with. If you want to finally understand why your nose stays blocked and what you can do about it starting today, stay with me until the end of this video. Tell me in the comments where you are watching from. I love knowing that people from so many different places are taking care of their health together. Imagine waking up every single morning feeling like you cannot breathe properly through your nose, reaching for tissues constantly during the day. You try to sleep at night but end up breathing through your mouth, waking up with a dry throat and feeling exhausted before the day even starts. This is not just uncomfortable. Studies show that chronic nasal congestion significantly reduces sleep quality and increases daytime fatigue in older adults. What makes this even more frustrating is that most people never get a proper explanation for why their nose stays blocked for months or even years. They are told to keep using sprays, to take allergy pills, to just deal with it, but the real cause is never properly identified or addressed. The truth is that your nose is trying to tell you something specific, and once you understand the message, you can finally find real relief. Pay very close attention now, because I'm about to reveal the 6 real reasons your nose stays blocked all the time. Some of these might surprise you, and the last one is something most people never even consider until it is too late. Cause number 1, the natural nasal cycle that you are mistaking for a problem. Your nose was designed to work in a very specific way that most people do not know about, and this lack of knowledge causes unnecessary worry. Studies using specialized equipment to measure airflow inside the nose found something fascinating about how healthy noses actually work every single day. Between 72 and 80% of completely healthy people experience alternating congestion between their nostrils every 2 to 4 hours. This means that right now, as you watch this video, one of your nostrils is probably more open than the other, and this is completely normal. This cycle is controlled by your autonomic nervous system, the same system that controls your heartbeat and digestion without you thinking about it. One nostril opens wider while the other becomes slightly more restricted. Then, after a few hours, they switch roles, back and forth all day long. This natural rhythm helps your nose maintain proper moisture, temperature, and cleaning function. It is actually a sign that your nose is working correctly. But here is where the problem starts for many people over 55 who become more aware of their breathing as they age and worry more about health. They notice one nostril feeling blocked. They focus on it, they worry about it, and they convince themselves something is seriously wrong when it is just natural. Researchers at major universities confirm that many older adults seek medical treatment for what is simply the normal nasal cycle being misunderstood. The solution here is awareness. Understanding that if your congestion switches sides every few hours and you can breathe reasonably well overall, this is normal. However, if both nostrils stay completely blocked all the time, or if one side never clears at all, then you are dealing with something different. Keep track of your symptoms for a few days. Notice if the blockage moves from side to side. Write it down to see the pattern clearly. If you see this switching pattern, you can relax knowing your nose is actually functioning the way it should, and you do not need to panic. But if the blockage is constant and never changes, then keep watching because the next causes will explain what else might be happening. Understanding this natural cycle is the first step to knowing whether your congestion is normal or something that truly needs medical attention and treatment. Cause number 2, age-related nasal changes that nobody warned you about. Just like your skin changes as you age, becoming thinner and drier, the inside of your nose goes through similar changes that affect how it works. Medical researchers have identified a specific condition called geriatric rhinitis, which affects a significant portion of adults over the age of 55. What happens inside your nose as you age is that the delicate lining becomes thinner, drier, and less effective at producing the mucus you need. The cartilage that gives your nose structure can weaken over time, and the tiny hair-like structures that clean your nasal passages work more slowly. This combination creates a perfect situation for chronic congestion, post-nasal drip, and that constant feeling that something is stuck in your nose. Many people describe it as feeling like their nose is both too dry and too congested at the same time, which seems impossible, but is very real. Studies published in journals specializing in geriatric medicine confirm that these changes are extremely common and often go completely undiagnosed. Doctors may not even mention this possibility during a quick appointment, leaving you to assume you are just dealing with allergies or a cold that never ends. The dryness makes your nose produce thick, sticky mucus that is harder to clear, and this mucus sits there creating blockage and discomfort all day. You might also notice more crusting inside your nose, occasional nosebleeds, or a feeling that you need to constantly clear your throat because of drainage. This is not something you can completely reverse, but understanding what is happening helps you manage it much more effectively with the right approach. The key is keeping your nasal passages moist and helping your nose do the cleaning work it can no longer do as efficiently on its own. Simple saline nasal rinses twice a day can make an enormous difference by adding moisture and washing away the thick mucus that builds up. Using a humidifier in your bedroom at night helps prevent your nose from drying out while you sleep, especially in heated or air-conditioned rooms. Drinking plenty of water throughout the day keeps all your mucous membranes, including your nose, properly hydrated and functioning better overall. These age-related changes are real and common, but with proper care, you can significantly reduce the congestion and discomfort they cause every day. Cause number 3, common medications that are secretly blocking your nose. This is one of the most overlooked causes of chronic nasal congestion, and it affects millions of people over 55 without them ever realizing it. Many of the medications prescribed for blood pressure, heart conditions, and other common health issues can cause persistent nasal congestion as a side effect. Medical reviews analyzing hundreds of studies have documented that certain blood pressure medications are particularly notorious for causing this problem. Medications called AC inhibitors, with names like lisinopril and enalapril, are very commonly prescribed and very commonly cause nasal congestion and postnasal drip. Beta blockers, alpha blockers, and calcium channel blockers like amlodipine can also cause chronic stuffiness that people mistake for allergies or sinus problems. Even certain antidepressants and medications for prostate issues can affect your nose in ways that your doctor may not have mentioned when prescribing them. The reason this happens is that these medications affect blood flow and the nervous system in ways that change how your nasal tissues behave. Your nasal passages contain blood vessels that can swell when affected by certain medications, creating congestion that feels just like a bad cold. The frustrating part is that this congestion can start weeks or even months after you begin taking the medication, so you never connect the two. You assume you have developed allergies or a sinus infection, and you start treating the wrong problem with sprays and pills that do not help. Studies show that older adults taking multiple medications, which is very common after age 55, are at even higher risk for this type of congestion. The solution is not to stop your medications on your own, which can be dangerous, but to talk to your doctor about what you are experiencing. Bring a complete list of every medication you take, including over-the-counter pills and supplements, to your next appointment and discuss your nasal symptoms. Your doctor may be able to switch you to a different medication that treats your condition just as well, but does not cause nasal congestion. Sometimes even a small adjustment in dosage or timing can make a significant difference in how your nose feels throughout the day. Never ignore medication-related congestion because it can significantly affect your quality of life, your sleep, and your overall comfort every single day. Cause number 4, rebound congestion from the very spray you are using to get relief. This is one of the cruelest tricks your nose can play on you, and it traps thousands of people in a cycle that gets worse the more they try. Nasal decongestant sprays that contain ingredients like oxymetazoline or xylometazoline work incredibly well at first, clearing your nose almost instantly. But medical research has proven that using these sprays for more than 5 to 7 days in a row causes a condition called rhinitis medicamentosa. What happens is that your nasal blood vessels become dependent on the spray, and when the medication wears off, they swell even more than before. This creates worse congestion than you started with, so you reach for the spray again, which gives temporary relief, but makes the underlying problem worse. You end up using the spray more often, multiple times a day, because your nose feels completely blocked without it, and you cannot imagine stopping. Studies document that people can stay trapped in this cycle for months or even years, using decongestant spray constantly just to breathe through their nose. The longer you use these sprays, the harder it becomes to stop, and the worse your congestion gets whenever you try to quit using them. This is not a sign of weakness or addiction in the traditional sense. It is a physical reaction happening inside your nose that you cannot control. The blood vessels in your nasal passages have essentially forgotten how to regulate themselves without the medication, and they need time to recover. Breaking free from this cycle requires stopping the decongestant spray completely, which sounds impossible, when your nose is severely blocked all the time. Doctors recommend switching to a saline spray for moisture and possibly using a steroid nasal spray under medical supervision to help with the inflammation. The first few days after stopping will be uncomfortable. Your nose will feel very blocked, but this is temporary and it is the only way to recover. Most people find that after about 1 to 2 weeks, their nose starts to return to normal function and the constant congestion begins to improve.